Hey guys, MLJOR here, back with more Black Ops Cold War content. Ah, shit. Wrong intro. Let's just do it again. Hey guys, MLJOR here, back with another DMR loadout. And this time, we're back to Modern Warfare with the CR-56 AMAX. But before we start, I want to be real with you guys. But if you're here for the loadout, go right ahead, skip to this timestamp. Still here? Okay. Perfect. Today, I wanted to let you guys know that I hear you. I'm not deluded, stupid, or blind. I know just how fragmented the Call of Duty community is right now. I know that some of you played the Cold War Alpha and went straight back to Modern Warfare. I know others who played the Alpha, played the Beta, and are now playing the full game and don't know if you're playing it because it's fun or because it's new. Then, there's a lot of you who saw Cold War and immediately said, it's enough for me. And then there's the other part of the community who hasn't played Call of Duty in years and just plays Warzone, so they don't even care that Cold War exists. And then there's a very few who genuinely like Cold War over Modern Warfare. And I just wanted to let you know that I know. However, with that being said, this is a Call of Duty channel. That means all Call of Duty, not just one or the other. This channel will be split 3 ways. Huh? No, Bobby, I won't play Call of Duty Mobile. Stop pushing it, it's been 2 weeks. Like I was saying, this channel will be split 3 ways. 50% of the content will be Warzone, that being in the form of the Tactics and Strategy series. Then, 25% will be Modern Warfare, covering new updates and DMR loadouts. And 60% will be Cold War, as that is this year's Call of Duty. With these older DMR loadouts, there will be a greater emphasis on class setups for Warzone, as both games will be integrated within the coming weeks, and I want to get you guys set up to dominate. These percentages will change all the time as things become more urgent, but that's the split for the next 26 videos that I have planned so far. But I do want to get a survey of the field, so please let me know down in the comment section below. That way I can adjust and bring you guys the best content that I possibly can. But that's enough talk. Let's get into the loadout. Something that I want to make a habit out of is showing my work to let you guys know where I'm coming from with this DMR loadouts. As of the making of this video, I have just a little over 2,000 confirmed kills with the AMAX, and it's one of my favorite DMRs to use in multiplayer. As always, there are 3 things that I look for in a DMR. That is reliability, accuracy, and speed. But first, we're going to look at the base stats for this weapon. The AMAX has a damage profile of 35, 32, 28, and 24, resulting in a 3 to 4 shot kill, and a rate of fire of 645 rounds per minute, giving it a time to kill of 186 milliseconds. Going into our handling stats, the AMAX will aim down sight in 284 milliseconds, with a standard sprint out time of 267 milliseconds. As always, mission dictates gear, and enemy number 1 is converting this into a DMR with the M67 10-round conversion kit, which will change most of our base stats, starting off with our damage, boosting the base to 52, 44, 38 to the lower torso. And then for our upper torso multiplier, it will be 57, 52, 42, making this a 2 to 3 shot kill. But the reality is that if you're using this correctly, it will always be a 2-shot kill. And trust me, it's very hard to use this incorrectly, like you have to try to use it incorrectly. Our rate of fire takes a pretty big hit from 645 rounds per minute all the way down to 309 rounds per minute, which will slow down our time to kill from 186 milliseconds to 194 milliseconds. Taking a look at our ranges, the CR-56 AMAX with the M67 rounds will double tap to anywhere on the body up to 35 meters. And after that, you will need to get both shots on the upper torso up to 50 meters. First on the list is reliability, starting off with the XRK Zodiac S440 barrel, giving us a massive boost to our ranges by 35%, meaning we can now double tap to anywhere on the body up to 47 meters and 2-tap the upper body up to 67.5 meters. It will also help with our muzzle velocity and greatly improve our recoil control. Now this barrel comes with some heavy downsides, a whopping 4-frame hit to our aim down sight speed, but it's more like half of that because the M67 rounds does speed us up by 2 frames. The reason why I recommend this barrel is due to the fact that it makes this gun have an insane range, technically making it double tap in multiplayer all the time, as you will be hard pressed to find a line of sight that extend past 67 meters in a regular 6v6 map. What I do like the most about this barrel is the iron sights. If we compare the two, it's clear as day. The front sight post is further away, obstructing less of your view. And even though this is purely subjective, in my opinion, It makes the AMAX easier for target acquisition. Next up is accuracy. Taking a look at a recoil pattern, it goes straight up, and it's surprisingly good, but overall, nothing to write home about. But do remember that the Zodiac barrel does give us improved recoil control. Taking a look at our new recoil pattern, nice and tight, making it pinpoint accurate. No need for anything else, so let's move on. Last on our list is speed. And that's what we're going to drop all of our attachment slots into, starting off with the XRK CR-56 stipple wrap, speeding our aim down sight speed by 1 frame, and our sprint to fire speed by 1 frame as well, at the cost of aiming stability. Next, on our need for speed, is the FSS close quarter stop, making us 2 frames faster, but further hurting our aiming stability. To close it all up, and to bring it all back in line, is the TAC laser, speeding us up another 2 frames, pushing us over our base M67 aim down sight speed by a total of 1 frame, and a total of 3 frames faster than the base AMAX at 234 milliseconds. It will also give us aim walking steadiness for those strafing shots, and correcting the aiming stability we lost from the close quarter stock and the stipple wrap for those second story tenants that like to look out their windows. And this is what our final weapon looks like, all blacked out with a hint of yellow. Powerful agents for those uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows. Tell me down in the comment section below who, in which scene, and what movie that quote is from. Whoever gets it first will be featured in next week's video. Usually, I always try to give you guys 2 loadouts because what works on some maps won't work on others. That's why I always say that the mission dictates gear. But this one is way too close to perfection. As you can see in the gameplay of Shoot House, it's accurate, light, and you can really operate in CQB and at long range. And if you know what you're doing, you can dominate the entire map. But for our claustrophobic maps like Shipment and Rust, and I literally mean just those 2, he might be a little too slow. In that case, replace the Zodiac barrel for the Merc foregrip to help reduce the magnitude of the recoil loss from not having the Zodiac barrel and making the gun a whole 4 frames faster. I would also replace the TAC laser for a 5 milliwatt laser. As we now have a huge boost to our aim down sight speed, I'd rather speed up the sprint now by yet another frame, making this weapon into a jazz club because it just snaps. Now for our Warzone loadout. The CR-56 AMAX is not the best DMR for Warzone because it has one huge drawback. The exact same one that plagues the AS Val with the SPP rounds and both the Fennec and the Striker with the hollow point rounds, and that is ammo capacity. It simply falls short. However, unlike the previous 3, it excels in solos and you can definitely squeeze it into duos. But for bigger quads, you need to pair it with another weapon. This setup is excellent for harassing people at range, however. A true DMR through and through. I tend to use this as my long gun, with another DMR kitted for CQB. But for the AMAX Warzone loadout, we're going to be doing the M67 rounds, of course, the Zodiac barrel, TAC laser, and Commando foregrip. Finishing it up with a tactical suppressor. I don't know what the Call of Duty community's asphyxiation is with the monolithic suppressor, but it simply doesn't make sense. A 7.5% boost to our range in all, and I mean all weapons, it's a waste. The monolithic suppressor will slow you down by 1.5 frames, meaning if you add anything, a foregrip, a low zoom sight, or anything for that matter, it stacks up. The tactical suppressor is 1 frame slower. Add a foregrip, it's now 2 frames. The monolithic, however, is also 1 frame slower. Add a foregrip, and it's now 3 frames. The 7.5% boost applies to the base, and it doesn't stack with other range boosting attachments. This translates to nothing in Warzone terms. For the AMAX, we'll be getting a 2.6 meter increase to our first damage range and a 3.7 meter increase to our upper torso range. And it's simply not worth it. Well, there you have it. The CR-56 AMAX easily takes a 2nd place spot on my list for the best DMRs. Steadily accurate, great handling, and amazing iron sights. It struggles a little bit in Warzone, but nothing you can't coax it if you treat it right. But now, it's time for me to hear from you guys. What do you think about the AMAX with the M67 rounds, in both multiplayer and in Warzone, as it behaves completely different? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this episode of the DMR Loadout series and want me to cover another weapon, leave your recommendation down in the comment section below. As of right now, I am currently working on the best setup for the DMR 14 from Black Ops Cold War. So hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on to get notified when that video goes live. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitch. Link will be in the description below. As always, a like rating is always appreciated. Well, that's all for me today. I'm MLJOR, and I thank you for watching.